What is up, everyone? We are back with another war recap, and this one is WHF taking on OneHive Genesis in the first week of CWL Invite Week 1. Man, was it a close war. Man, was it a lot of fun. As you can see, it was 118 to 118. So who possibly won? Well, we'll go ahead and get into that. But just before we do get into the recaps of the war, let's go ahead and check the previous video's comments. And oh my goodness, did you guys... There's 28 comments here. Did you guys just kill the comment section? Wonderful. I loved it. I try to respond to everyone as much as I could. But as we go through here, kind of just addressing some of the ones. Nice drawing skills. Thank you so much. Love the content. Trying to bring more of it to you guys. As well, the drawing helps visualize, kind of as well as a lot of people don't do it. I'm glad it helps. Killed it again. Thank you, Cones. Thank you so much, my man. And if there's any questions or whatnot I did not answer, please go ahead and drop another one. Or you can also reach out to my Twitter, tag me in there as well. But kind of just going through here, and I was just answering a lot of you guys' questions. I'll go ahead and I will have some Town Hall 9s in the future, so don't worry about that. We will do the high quality videos. Thank you. Oh, speaking of high quality, you might see that the webcam got an upgrade. So it is now an actual nice real camera. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. So we should have some very high quality video as well in the webcam department. But guys, thank you so much. Really love the comments. You guys are really engaging. And before we get into these, we'll be right back. All right, so for the very first hit, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And this was done by Dauntless Dial. So he comes in on number 31. Let's go ahead and pause it right here. As you can see, he's got he's got the wall wrecker in an air attack. Well, let's go see how Dauntless Dial kind of does this and what his planning was for this base. As you can see, when an air attack you're doing, or when you're doing an air attack, you really want to also, not only know where the air defenses are, but definitely where the sweepers are. Those are big, that's big, and then also, obviously the queen as well. So you can tell the queen is in the middle, and he doesn't have a skelly spell, meaning he fully plans to get the queen with the wall wrecker. Because otherwise he has no other plan to get it. So as you can see here, so we'll go ahead and pause this. So the wall wrecker comes down. The king was dropped first so that all these point defenses started targeting it, and then the wizards can walk free and create that funnel, right? And then this wizard can walk all the way up here free and doesn't have to worry and can clear all of this. Nothing is in its path to take it out. So might as well take advantage of that, right? So as we continue through this base, you kind of got the funnel created. So here's the funnel over here. Here's the funnel over here. The king is also going to contribute to the funnel as well. The whole point of that is so that the queen walks straight into the space, right? The queen is going to follow the wall wrecker. So... And this was a fresh hit, so he had no idea there was a lava hound in there. And if he knew there was a lava hound, he would have probably flipped the king and the queen's positioning, so he didn't have to address the lava. So out comes Valkyries in the CC, takes out the enemy queen, and also takes out a lot of defenses there. And also, take a look at this. I believe he still had the queen ability. He decides not to use it. Why did he not use it? He did not use it on purpose, right? Because he did not want to pop that lava hound. If you find yourself in a situation where you have the lava hound and you have the queen, you might be like, oh, I have to pop the queen ability. No, don't. If you don't have to pop the queen, if you can save it so that the lava hound doesn't pop and you have to deal with pups, then you're going to be, you will face a greater chance of failing with those lava pups. He does have the archer to pull the lava hound somewhere in the base. So now he just wants to overwhelm kind of with sweepers, pushing into this air defense. And the air defenses and the sweeper. So it can be a little difficult fighting into a sweeper, but you got to make sure you have that kind of covered. And so then as these guys are making their way through the base, he's got this section pushing his way as well through it. Remember, this is a fresh hit. So he had no scout. He didn't know where any Teslas were. He didn't know what was in the CC. He didn't know where any traps were. So pretty much, this was a great job by Dial coming in. And then he's got the pups that are kind of cleaning up over here. He's got a back end balloons as well. And then he's dropping the rest of the pups down here as cleanup troops. So if we go ahead and ×2 through the rest of this, he has some air skellies, but he doesn't have to really worry about it. And now it's just a matter of cleanup. Great job by Dial coming in with a fresh hit. Decides to drop the queen to push into the base. He was trying to hope for there wasn't a lava hound so that if there was just a baby dragon, the queen could pick it off, get more value. But the Lava Hound did stall up the queen, did not pop the ability on purpose, so he didn't pop the Lava Hound, and it resulted in a 3-star. Very nice by Mr. Dial. All right, so the next one that we're going to take a look at is going to be a Queen Walk Miner hit, and this is going to be on number 24 here. And you can see Agent coming in, and he decides to Queen Walk Miner the space because the queen can get tons of value walking down this way. Remember the fundamentals on a miner hit. If you send the queen down this way, you're going to want to send the king on the opposite side all the way over there. Most likely, I believe that's where he's going to put it here. And then the king will go this way, right? And then the queen will go this way, right? And then just miners right through the rest of the base, just like that if you're going to go with miners. King on one side, queen on the other, and then miners down the middle. So let's go ahead and see if that's exactly what he does here. The queen is going to pick off both of these layers of buildings here. Not only grab the Tesla, but as well as the Archer Towers and the storages to keep the miners away from the storages. He does have a goblin, so he can drop the 2 goblins on the Town Hall so they can take it down quick. Remember, they do double damage to resources. Town Halls are resources, so the goblins target. It's easy, quick, goes really, really fast, especially when you have just 2 goblins on it. My lord, does the Town Hall go down fast if nothing else is touching it. Drops the Rage to keep that queen alive. Drops another wizard to help out to get through that king, so he doesn't have to pop the queen ability, which is very important. So then he's going to push his way into the space. Out comes a Lava Hound. So that's going to slow down the queen quite a bit. So he drops the poison to kill the balloon, right? He doesn't need the poison really for the lava, but it's to kill the balloon. So by the time the loon reaches the queen, it's going to die, right? If that loon wasn't poisoned, it would be able to take out the queen. So let's go ahead and see where the king goes, right? Right at 12. The king is going to make his way straight down this way. And then he's got the Wall Wrecker to lead the charge to tank all the way through here as it's going through the base, right? As you see, Wall Wrecker's moving through. Then it's just a wall of miners, just like that, through the space right here. The queen stays up, got the storages. Out comes some skellies, not a big deal. The queen's going to take care of it. And then it's just a matter of dropping some heal spells over the splash damage. And there's the bomb tower, the wizard tower, are splash damage buildings, so you want to at least heal over that section. Then he's got more giant bombs in that section, right? There's some gaps, so you probably could expect some giant bombs as well. So they're making their way through. The queen ended up getting taken out, but look at all these miners. Look at how many miners are left. And he drops the next heal over the next splash damage area, which is the wizard tower and the bomb tower, right? That's where you want your heals over, splash damage, and if there's storages that will slow them down. So, well, if you have a rage, you can most likely put it in the middle over the CC or whatnot. So beautiful job done on this Queen Walk Miner type hit by Agent on Darth Panda here on number 24. Beautiful job. Remember, if you want to do the miners, if you do a Queen Walk, you do it Queen Walk on one side, you do the king on the other, create your funnel down the base, and send your miners right down the middle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, which is going to be on number 13 here. This is going to be 11v11 on red. This was Flexagram coming in with an absolute beautiful Queen Charge Lalo. And let's go ahead and take a look at what he does. He's got 9 wall breakers. Look at this. 9 wall breakers. He plans on breaking deep into this base and getting it done, right? So he drops the queen. All right, so let's pause it. What was the purpose of this baby dragon? All right, well, if he drops a baby dragon there, that means he wants to funnel this side. He wants to make sure that if the queen goes this way, that's bad. He does not want the queen to go that way. That's why the baby dragon's there. Not just to help pick off some stuff, but to make sure the queen goes this way. Why does he want to have the queen go this way? Well, let's see. Well, the town hall is down there. Does he want the town hall? Potentially, most likely no, because you don't care about that to the very end. You can drop some goblins, which he does have 1 goblin to kind of pick off the town hall. But look, where's the queen? Queen's right next to the eagle. Okay. Does he have a skelly spell? No. All right. So if you do an air attack and the attacker, and you're watching, not just like when you're doing hits, but if you're watching the replays and you see they're doing air, there is no skelly spell. That means that the queen walk portion has to address the enemy queen. Otherwise, the attack will not work because the queen won't go down unless somehow they're banking on the Lava Hound popping right over the queen and the pups grabber, but that's not really the best strategy. So the queen is going to walk this way, right? Doesn't have the skelly spell, meaning he's got to find a way to break into the queen. How does he do this? Well, he's got a rage. He's going to drop the rage on the queen to keep her going because there's going to be some defenses that go in and start targeting her. So let's see. So she steps up, grabs the air defense. She's going to grab the wizard tower. And then that means this building is the next one closest. So she's going to go this way, right? So then what does he do? He drops the goblin. He dropped the goblin well before, dropped the wizard, and dropped the king. All right. So the queen's making this way. So now he's got this portion down. The portion down there, right, and the king's gonna hit ability is to create a funnel to remove this. So if this section is all removed and the queen's still walking this way, that means she'll have nowhere to go but into the enemy queen, right? So that's the whole purpose of this king wizard down here, is to create the funnel, right? If you get that funnel down, then you can get the queen to go where you want. So that's what the king is gonna do. He's gonna pop his ability pretty quick because he doesn't want that queen to walk around with the king. So what he does here is he drops one wall breaker, right? The wall breaker goes here to test for any traps, to test for anything. And he also dropped it so that he can know where it goes. But if you look at this, this whole section is down, right? If you're wondering like, okay, well, if I dropped wall breakers, they would target that wall. Well, no. If there was a defense, if this defense was here, let's say we'll color it in, let's say it's here, the wall breakers would target this wall. But since there's no defenses in this section, it's completely empty, wall breakers will ignore that section and go to the next one where there's something in it, right? That's how wall breaker AI works. So the wall breakers will ignore the section that has nothing in it, and then since this one's got a king platform and that in it, it will go to it. It doesn't matter if it's a builder hut. If there's something in that section, the wall breakers will go towards it. That's how he knows where it's gonna go. Since he cleared that section, now he's like, okay, there's nothing there. So now he's gonna drop the rest of the wall breakers to push their way into that section, broke it, right? So the king funneled that way, and now the queen's working her way in. So this section went down, right? So the next section is right here. So they didn't target this, right? You'll think, oh, they'll target that one. No, because there's nothing in it, they'll go to the next one. There's something in this one, right? They're not gonna target this one because there's nothing there. So that's how it works. They move their way all the way to right here because there's the air defense and there's the expo right in that section. It's also going to drop a rage to ensure that they get through, bust through the wall, and also to rage up the healers and rage up your queen so that she, for sure, gets to that section, right? So beautiful job on the queen charge. So he knew exactly that if he took those sections out, he could charge straight into this base, grab the eagle, grab the enemy queen, saves the poison since he knew he didn't pull the full CC, saves it, and now he's going to determine what's the best pathing for Lalo. So he's going to come this way around the base. Why does he come from this way? Well, let's see. He's got a sweeper here. It doesn't really matter which way he comes because he's going to fight a sweeper either way, right? So if this sweeper was pointed this way, right? And let's say the sweeper was pointed this way as well, then he would come at the base like this, right? He would avoid the sweepers if he could. But this case, since they're both pointed this way, or both pointing opposite ways, doesn't matter which way you come, it's going to, essentially, he's going to fight a sweeper. So what does he do? He drops the balloons this way, right? He drops the blimp over here. The blimp is to keep, one, to obviously tank these shots, but also to remove this section so that he can move his way just like that through this base here. So he's got the warden on air, on the ground, or on air, moving through, and then he's got balloons coming from the top side down through here. He doesn't have any lava hounds, right? Because all the air defenses were taken out. So he pops the warden ability, beautiful job, and then just tries to overwhelm the base just like this, coming through it. Right? As you can see, he has another heal, which he saves for the wizard tower. That's where you use the heals, over wizard towers, or if you know there's a large amount of splash damage, use that heal over there. And then as you can see, he's got the haste to kind of just move them along, and yeah, beautiful job with the wall breaker AI. He knew exactly where they were going to go because he cleared those sections there. Beautiful job. Has that extra haste. Didn't really need it. But he could have dropped it to speed them up somewhere for cleanup. Beautiful hit done by Flexogram here. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, I will be sure to get through the comments and answer them. And if you guys haven't already, feel free to subscribe if you're really enjoying it. It means a lot to me. Definitely helps grow the channel and lets a lot of people know how we are doing, especially YouTube. All right, the next one we're going to jump into is number 8 here by Muffagram. And let's go ahead and take a look what he does. So he's going to do a queen walk, right, into hogs. All right, let's see what he does. All right, what I suggest doing, remember, like always, figure out why is he dropping troops where he's dropping them. All right, so let's go ahead and see. So he's dropping troops up here to create a funnel. Why does he want to create a funnel? He's going to remove this stuff with those funnel troops, and he wants to get the queen walking this way, right? That's the whole point of those troops right there. So he wants to get the queen walking this way. All right, so let's see what happens. So he goes ahead and drops the queen. So she's going to go that way. And so there was a little wall opening. Maybe did the guy accidentally leave it there? Was that an accident? Or I don't know. But the queen doesn't want to go in. So I don't think he planned for the queen to go in. I believe he planned for the queen to walk around. So then he drops the king to go this way. So this is the funnel, right? So the king is going to go this way, clear all this, right? If this is cleared, then the queen is, and this wall wrecker is going to bust through here. It's going to allow the queen to follow suit. He pops the ability because he feels that the warden ability would be better used somewhere else. So then they're all going to meet their way through the base. Here, out comes the CC, right? So the king is responsible for this section. The queen walks right through here, and then the queen's going to address the CC. Out comes the Valkyries, drops the rage, and then they're going to go straight to the queen because the queen stepped up into that spot. And now that this whole section was removed from the queen walk, now you can start the hogs from this way, just like this, and they're going to move around the base just like that in this queen walk hog attack. So he drops the heal over the wizard tower. Remember, splash damage is where you want. He has another heal, which I believe will be dropped right here over the next wizard tower, and probably thinking there's some giant bombs. There's the next heal spell, right? Probably some giant bombs by the wizard tower. In this case, there wasn't, but a lot of times there are. So he speeds up the hogs, pushing them through, and then he uses the warden ability. Look, warden ability right on as the eagle shots were hitting the hogs. Beautiful job on this hit. Look at all these hogs that are left over. Man, was he had a lot of cleanup left up for this base. Has a goblin, doesn't really need to use it. He drops it. The eagle is the last thing to go down, which can be a little sketchy, but he gets it done. Beautiful hit by Muffagram on number 8 here. Beautiful job. As you can see, the healers did transition off, but that was a triple. So the next one we're going to get into is the final hit of the war recap, and this is going to be the Suey Lalo on number 1. And oh my lord, was this beautiful. Absolutely well done by Wiseman here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got here. Well, from a scout, we knew that there was a Tesla farm down here. We knew that, right? We already sent a Town Hall 10 at the base and 2-starred it. And we knew from the scout it had a Tesla farm down here. Okay. How do we take advantage of that? And there was a Baby Dragon Laloon CC. Okay. So, or Baby Dragon Lava CC, not Laloon. Baby Dragon Lava. My bad. Well, how do we get the value? But the biggest thing is, where are the sweepers, right? Sweepers here. Okay. Here's one sweeper. The other sweeper's right here, right? So this is telling him that, okay, well, this is the pathing, right? So let's draw that a little better. Here's the pathing that you want. So if you come from, you don't want to come from this way, right? This way will make it so much harder because if you come this way, you're just going to get blown back from the sweeper and blown back. That's bad. Don't come from that way, right? That would be bad. So what I suggest is think of the pathing that you would want to do. So if you were to attack the base, let's say this way, this way, this way, this way, that would be pretty good, right? But how do you get balloons to go this way? Well, there's this whole section here, right? That whole section is still standing. That could be a problem. But it's not a problem if you have a blimp, right? So if we start from the town hall and we drop a blimp from there, the blimp would fly across just like this. And the moment it gets to this section, if you pop it, there's nothing going to be pushing it back. There's no air defenses to fight you. You can take out the eagle and the wizard tower from this push, right? Remember, the sweeper is here, so it's not going to push you back. The other sweeper is right here, and that's not going to push you back. So that means that if we drop the blimp from right here, and then if we pop it right here, we can not only take out the eagle, the wizard tower, we can also take out the expo, right? We can take all this out. By that, the CC baby dragon will come out. Meaning if we then drop the king right here, so he goes this way, then the enemy queen, she follows suit, we can remove all these Teslas, right? They could keep walking here and then grab that air defense right there. So if we go ahead and look at the base, if we remove this, and then we remove all this just with our heroes, right? All of this just like that. And then we also, as the blimp is coming through like this, and we drop some more balloons behind to direct target here to remove all this section, you know what that means? Is that means this whole section here, just like this, is gone. It's out of the base, right? Meaning all you're gonna have left is this, right? All this is the only part of the base that's remaining. It's like it's telling you the path. And then he's also saying, all right, well, my sweepers are here, my other sweepers here, meaning I should come at the base this way, right? Around the base, just like that. That's kind of how you got to think of it. Let's go ahead and replay this. So what does he do? He drops the king over here to get that started, right? The king and the queen. So their job is to go this way, right? That's their job. Then he drops the blimp just like this. So it is flying straight across the base, just like this to the town hall. That's where it goes, right? So the moment it gets over that eagle, he's going to pop it, right? So wait, drops the rage. Actually drops it on the wizard tower. Okay. He pops it on the wizard tower, so it goes wizard tower, eagle, expo, right? Out comes the baby dragon. Let's go ahead and take a look. Baby dragon should get drawn out pretty quick here. Or actually it is. It's right there. All right. So baby dragon's out. It cleared all this. The back end balloons cleared this, and it's going to clear this. King's moving here, going to clear all of that. So as you can see, look at the value that he got. He didn't have to fight sweepers with the blimp. Made its way to the eagle, took it out, didn't have to worry. Now some balloons are kind of tanking a little bit for that baby dragon, and the king's moving his way through, and then they're just pushing their way, and look at that. The queen kills the baby dragon. You don't have to worry about lava. Queen also grabs this archer tower, and she's going to grab that air defense, which is going to help with the rest of the raid. Look at all that value that he got. It's crazy value. Now the rest of it is just kind of cleanup for the queen. You're going to pop her ability and get some more value here. But look, all of this is gone. Just with what? Your blimp and your two heroes. Look, that's it. That's all he used. A blimp and two heroes cleared 31%. Actually, he's going to clear more of the base, right? He's going to not only kill the enemy king, but grab some more percentage down here, right? Killed 32% of the base with just the heroes and the blimp. Took huge advantage of what was given in this base. So drops the warden, and so now comes the lalo. So he drops some haste to speed up the balloons through. But you have to be very careful about this town hall. It is a level 12. It's a town hall 12, and it's a level 5. Meaning, when that Giga Bomb town hall dies, it has 1,000 death damage to anything in its area. So you have to be very careful, especially. So he was keeping his eye on when the balloons would go over there. And so he drops the Skelly spell onto the queen, pops the warden ability, moving into the town hall. Didn't need an earthquake to activate it because he got past 52% by the time he reached there. He hit the warden ability a little early, but he had the warden there, and the balloons didn't die. If the warden's not there, the balloons would die. And as you can see, he moves his way through here, and through the base just like that. And that was a beautiful hit by Wise Man on number 1, contributing to the 12v12 hit rate. As you can see, Wise Man did get the 12v12 6-pack in the war. You can kind of see down below right here are the stats for the war. 12v12s, 11v11s, 10v10s. They did pretty much better than us across the board there, but it came down to percentages at the very end. What a great war. So much fun. WHF did get the victory. Was a lot of fun. GG to everyone over in OneHive Genesis. If we play them again, it would be in the playoffs. So hopefully that happens and we both make it. And good luck then. But anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight for the war recap. The first week of CWL Invite was a lot of fun. Not only to participate, a lot of fun to stream, and a lot of fun to do this recap here. So if you guys really enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. Until next time, you all have a great day. Carbon out. See ya. Peace.